Washington County is monitoring everything that's going on. I'm Brian Lester, I'm the county attorney. I'm going to invite Judge Wood up here to kind of give an update on what we've done so far, what his directives have been, and kind of what we're looking at for the county moving forward. Judge.
Thank you, Brian. Counselor, thanks again for being here. I wanted to just make sure we shared, gave a brief update on what's happening around the county. The pandemic has gone across the country. Obviously, it's impacting our state now. Yesterday, in fact, the governor came out and went ahead and said that on Tuesday, schools will start being closed and through the spring break. And so that was our impetus to make sure that we are doing the exact same thing. And so we, this morning, I declared an emergency here in the county in line with the state as well as our federal government. I also issued an executive order to support our employees in way of them having the ability to still have their pay, their sick time without it being a penalty to them, so they can continue to manage themselves, manage their families, as well as serve our citizens around the county. This morning we had a meeting with all our elected leaders across the county who serve in our judges, judicial branch, our executive branch, to kind of walk through what can we do and how do we continue to manage going forward, and for roughly how long. So we're talking about 30 days. There will be some, in the short term, impacts and disruptions and interruptions in how we serve the people in our county. Part of that is partly because of precautionary measures that we will take. So beginning today, those coming into our public buildings will only be those admitted who have essential business they need to take care of in the courthouse. That would be court orders, that would be marriages, that would be something that your judge or your attorney has said that we must be in court, and those judges and reaching out to your judge, reaching out to your attorney will help you understand that. But everyone else will not be available and have access to our county buildings, our public buildings. Our employees will have the opportunity. The executive order again allows our elected officials to have the autonomy to manage their employees. So if they need to have some employees get home to manage and work with their kids, and some of them will be able to work remotely, then they will be able to do that. For those who will be here working in the building, again, we're going to have them all come through one door, in and out the same entry. We'll be having scans, thermal scans, thermometers, to scan those who are coming in who may have a fever and don't know it, and that's to help them, give them aware, make them aware of what's happening, but as well as protect those who are already inside, those employees who are trying to serve them. And so taking the precautionary measures that any entry into our buildings would be subject to going through a scan, a thermometer scan, as we continue to manage what is going on. Right now, there's not been any confirmed cases of the coronaviruses. There have been a number of tests. We had our health department here who kind of gave us an update, and we'll continue to monitor that and share that as we get more information. Our sheriff's department has done a lot in working with those who may be coming into the jail, what kind of intake process, and again, scanning and reviewing anybody, their employees, as well as those inmates who may be coming in, to again minimize exposure and risk. And that's what this all is about. How do we minimize the risk that is out there? And you do that, one, by again, we talk about social distancing, we talk about minimizing public gatherings, again, healthy sanitation, hygiene, you must continue to do. So this is where we're standing at this point. We're asked the elected officials to again monitor what they're doing, how they can continue to serve, driving folks in the county to do a lot of their work online. If you're paying your property taxes or assessing your property, you can do all that online. You can go into the collector's office. Maybe we'll have some lock boxes. You can pay that and drop that in the box. Again, we're doing a lot of things that we can do to protect those citizens out there and minimizing possible exposures. Meetings, committee meetings, those type of things, all those will cease. We have 30 days. We'll reconvene sooner if there's a lift on the expansion of the coronavirus. But at this point, that's going to be pretty much our procedures over the next 30 days. With that, any particular questions regarding the executive order for our elected officials, or any questions regarding the emergency? Mr. Sisson.
Will the quorum court meeting be canceled or?
It will be canceled.
So trials and other hearings will not be happening in these 30 days?
Those judges will be making those particular calls. A lot of them will probably minimize jury trials. They may, again, essential trials they will go ahead and have, but again, they will probably postpone those that are not going to be, that they can postpone. Reaching the judge who has those particular cases or their attorneys will help give that direction. The judges, again, gave us that is an indication this morning. They're meeting again right now to kind of continue to further that discussion. But again, they too want to minimize risk and exposure to all those who are coming into their courtrooms. Yes, sir.
You mentioned people who have essential business. Is there a list? Is there going to be?
Well, we're getting that to you, yes, yes. But by and large, again, it's going to be centered around the courts and their judges and their particular courtrooms. I think for the assessor, it's going to be really, again, driving a lot of that online. Same thing with the county clerk and the circuit clerk. Wherever they can, we're urging the citizens of the county to do a lot of their business online. Those things that they have to come into the courtroom or to the court building, such as, say, a protective order. Right now, you have to come into the building and fill out those. That would be essential. Marriages, yeah, you got to do that in person, I guess. So, yes, so those will be labeled as essential. Any additional ones, we'll make sure we get that to you. Any other ones? Well, again, I say this last part, I shared this with the leadership here. It is a very challenging time. It's very emotional. You got families who may be sick and have the flu. We still, across the country, still trying to find tests. They're trying to get the results of those tests. Where can they go and visit? And so we understand that, and we have to be measured in our response and how we lead. We take the precautionary measures to, again, minimize the risk, minimize exposure, but we will get through this as we normally will, and normally and has. We've had 9/11, we had the swine flu. This is another pandemic that, again, you won't have all the answers, and so as we have updates, we'll make sure you have that. But again, the leadership that runs Washington County has been and continues to be above the best. They lead the state of Arkansas, and so with our county health department, our Department of Emergency Management, law enforcement, emergency services group, they have done nothing but continue to lead the path and lead the way. And so we'll lead our county, lead our employees, and lead our citizens through this. Thank you.